One of the most memorable quotes that I have ever read is a German line that, when translated into English, means, "Your actions, not your powers, define you." This was extremely important to me, especially during the start of my high school life, since it was the quote featured on the bulletin board of my freshman year classroom. In the beginning, I took the statement to heart, thinking that through my actions, I could become a great person. And I worked hard in order to prove myself to the world. And I'm sure many of us felt the same way. While some used their athletic abilities to gain popularity, and others used their musical inclination as their claim to fame, I focused on what I believe I could excel most in: academics and extracurricular activities. I spent a lot of time for studying and expended a lot of effort in order to produce outstanding outputs for all of my classes. I tried never to be contented with my grades and always aimed higher. I also joined numerous clubs and committees and gave my best effort in each and every one of them so that I could make a name for myself in Xavier. This was not easy, and when the hell weeks for both academics and committees arrived, I questioned whether or not what I was doing was worth it. Stress often overpowered me, and it got to a point where I felt unhappy with my work. Thus, the idea of desperately wanting to make a name for myself lost its meaning. I realized that I had nothing to prove to other people, and the only person whom I really needed to impress was myself. It took me a while to acknowledge the fact that if I wanted to be great just to be accepted by others, I would never achieve real happiness, because it is impossible to please everyone. I discovered that it is alright for athletes to be good at sports just because they love the thrill of the game, and musicians can play their instruments simply because they enjoy being good at it. Thus, I continued to do my best, not because I wanted to impress others, but because I wanted to be proud of myself. I wanted excellence to be my own personal trademark, such that no matter what task I undertook, I tried to accomplish it with excellence. This motivated me to continue doing my best, no matter how exhausting it became. However, there were many times when I fell short of my expectations, and I felt really bad because more than letting others down, I let myself down. Just as basketball players become disheartened when they miss free throws, and musicians wins when they play the wrong note, I become depressed whenever I feel that I could have done something better in terms of academic or committee work. Nevertheless, no matter how badly I failed, through the encouragement of my family and friends, I was able to bounce back and try again. However, my beliefs once again began to change when I gained a significant insight from a philosophy class during the Ateneo Junior Summer Seminar program. I found out that it is possible to consider one's person separate from his characteristics, skills, attributes, and actions. And even without all of these things, one can still consider himself to be the same person. Therefore, the idea that my actions define who I am changed, and I realized that neither our actions nor our powers define who we are. Instead, the kind of person we are is what defines us. I am Ryan not because of what I have done, but because of who I am as a person. Each and every one of us here today is special, not because of the grades that he has received, nor the number of goals that he has scored in the soccer league, but because he is simply a kind of person different from every other human being on this planet. I believe that society is too quick to judge people based on what they have done, but it cannot see that we have more potential than we could ever imagine. So we cannot be defined by the limitedness of our actions. Therefore, no matter what happens, the kind of person we are is truly what makes us great. And this, I believe, is the best legacy that we can leave to Xavier School. A legacy is a gift. It is something that one leaves behind to meaningful people in his life as his own personal mark, so that he will never be forgotten. Truly, Xavier School has been meaningful for all of us, and I believe that I speak for everyone when I say that we have spent the best 13 years of our lives in Xavier School. Therefore, it is imperative for each one of us to leave a legacy, a lasting sign that will keep us alive in Xavier School forever. And as I have mentioned, who we are is the best legacy that we can leave to the school. The kind of person we are reflects how well our school has formed us according to its ideals. So it is only fitting that we become our very best in each and every day of our lives. However, the most significant legacy that we leave is not who we are today. The history books will most likely remember not who we are right now, but who we become in the future. After all, one's true value is usually recognized only after one is gone. And in our case, our legacy will be the kind of person who we become many years after we have graduated from Xavier School. No matter what we become in the future, be it a doctor, a lawyer, a businessman, a politician, a professor, or any kind of profession, we cannot deny that there was once a certain Xavier School that gave us the strong foundations of our character, and the name Xavierian shall remain with us forever. Therefore, our best gift, our lasting legacy to Xavier School, is to be the best person that we can be, from now until the rest of our lives. I would like to conclude by talking about immortality, something that human beings from all periods of history have desperately struggled to achieve. Being remembered centuries after we have passed on is essential because no one wants to be forgotten. And in a sense, it is a way to gain power over the inevitability of death. This is what I believe. Xavier School has already given us the tools and skills that we need in order to achieve immortality. We have what it takes to become the next Albert Einstein, Kobe Bryant, Ludwig van Beethoven, or Ninoy Aquino. Our experiences in Xavier have unlocked our potential to become historic people whose names will resound throughout the halls of time. And we are armed with the capacity to make a difference and achieve greatness. The road to success is a long and difficult one. And today, as we end our high school days and begin the rest of our lives, only one question remains. What kind of legacy will you leave to the world? Lucia at Lux, let your light shine. Thank you and good evening.